name's Mark Jenkins. I used to have a stage show. I was known as Illusionist Michael Sinclair. I did 10 years at the Albuquerque Chemo and the Albuquerque Little Theater, other places around town. We used to have an illusion show where we levitated people, made them disappear, made a lot of people happy. We did benefits for. They all disappeared when I went back to school to get my master's degree because I gave this stuff up. But I've been coerced into coming back into the magic business. So I'm going to be doing a trick tonight. This is one of my favorites. This one, a lot of friends of mine said, if you're going to do that, do this one, because they like this one. So we're going to do an illusion, because I was called an illusionist. And people want to know, what's the difference between magic and illusion? I'll explain what an illusion is. Illusions when you think you see something happening that's not really happening. Kind of like politics. So what we're going to do is we're going to do illusion with a newspaper, and I'm going to use the Albuquerque Journal, just so you know there's nothing in there. A few subscribers I see. Okay, we don't have the camera yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to thumb through this newspaper. My job is going to be to do a magic trick, but before we do that, your job is to memorize some things from the newspaper so we can recognize it later. So I'm going to go through the newspaper. In fact, I'm going to get this out of the way so these guys can see. And it's wrapped around the cord, so I'll be very careful. Is that better? Okay. So on the very front, just like this meeting here, we always have food on the Albuquerque Journal. Somebody remember the title? Albuquerque Journal, food. There's a cow, it looks like down here, and an ad here. So if someone will remember different parts of the newspaper, we can reference that a little later. I'm going through each section of the newspaper. I want you to remember something through each page. So we have here some columns with people's faces on it. Here's a plane, but it's blue. I'll color it for a second. You guys see that? I'm going to go through and try to reference each one. So front page, we've got a hamburger. Second page looks like a plane. Next page looks like the weather and TV listings, and some guys over here looks like they're in politics. Maybe Obama at the top up here. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. Very good. Next page we have. Looks like a guy here holding the world or atomic symbol. He's green though, so it may be atomic. Okay. Maybe it's from Roswell. Okay, down here we have, looks like Denmark, it should be Denmark, it looks like United States surplus on that side. On the very last page we have, looks like Keys, but it's not, little rolled signs, 40% off if Dillard's, if you guys want to run out for that. This is your city's newspaper, so that's true, it's still good. No takers, okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is a illusion. Now the illusion is I'm going to pretend to tear the newspaper. So what that means is at no time throughout the act will the newspaper actually be torn. We're just going to have the sound of a newspaper tearing and try to make it look like I'm tearing it. It's just an illusion. So at no time will we really ever tear a newspaper. Next act now. Now to do that I got to deceive your eyes into believing that I'm actually tearing the newspaper into separate pieces. I also have to deceive your ears into making it sound like a newspaper tearing. Now a clever performer can easily disguise the sound of a newspaper tearing. A little training. Sometimes throughout the act you'll think you see the illusion of a piece of paper falling to the floor. But remember, it's just an illusion. Those are sitting in the back in the cheaper seats may think I'm actually turning the newspaper into separate pieces. Illusion. But those sitting up front can verify I've never really torn the newspaper at all. Right?
Not sure yet.
Not sure. Those over here, I've never really torn the newspaper at all, right? In fact, all I've been doing is folding the newspaper to a smaller and smaller piece, like that, right? You're not convinced. So all I've been doing is folding it and not tearing it, right? There's never been a piece of torn newspaper without their wife, right?
No.
We're not convinced.
I hope so.
I've been told, oh, sorry. If you watch very closely, this will look like hundreds of pieces of paper falling to the floor when I throw them out here like so.
Shut up. There it is.
Oh, shut up!
40.